Hello Namukas, 29th January 2020, Southwest Sydney. Location just behind Casula Powerhouse Museum with some of my innovative coaching, art and educational art. So, happiness, we're going toward happiness, authentic happiness. And happiness is the meaning and purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. This is what Aristotle has said. So the positive psychology, which I have expertise in, that now is kicking in because of the number of people that suffer from stress, depression, anxiety, and mental illnesses. And medication that doesn't seem to really doing much apart from suppressing whatever is there that requires suppression, maybe because the person is not ready to cope with the particular event that has happened and that created a negative experience. So, Sigmund Freud has said unexpressed emotions will never die. They buried alive and will come forth later in an uglier way. So, with emotions and feelings, as I said in a previous video, learn how to make a distinction between feelings and emotions. Feelings come from the mind, their mind flings. Through emotions, they come from the heart. The greatest three are bliss, love, and ecstatic joy. Emotions of the soul, two greatest ones, are unconditional love and light. So those are the natural states of the human being. So when you get rid of or find someone or learn strategy of how to cope or manage your mind flings, you're gonna develop free wings so that you can do whatever you want to do in life, even if that means just simply be happy, content, peaceful in the now. Okay, so how can you, okay, so these are the stages of normally what we go through life, feelings. There are three stages that we need to break through. First, when we talk about our feelings, this is what happened. We start to blame and shame others and play the role of a victim. So then we are stuck in the role of a victim. The second stage is to shift into, to learn the lessons and strengths from the situation and step into the role of a villain. So once you become a villain, you're in control of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. And then you're opening up to the opportunity to become a victor, to win in life, to do whatever you want to do in life. Yeah, when you let go of your mind flings, you tap into your core emotions of your heart and soul, bliss, love, and ecstatic joy. This was created a while ago, so I'm just going with the flow. Okay, the words, if you read, I have unlocked a couple of human dormant abilities, and I can read colors, I can read words through the words, and I can even read through people's emotions, language, and even single letters. So subtle energies. Depression, stress and depression. Can you see the pressure? Stress and depression. Okay, so my teacher, Dr. John DiMartini, has said a very wise thing relevant to stress. Stress is inability to cope with ever-changing environment. And another one with depression. Depression is an addiction, a comparison of your current reality to the fantasy that you have been addicted to. So what that means, many people, they think that life is all about support, that life is all gold, but in reality, life will set you up with a challenge. Without challenges in life, we can't grow, we can't develop, we can't reach. The point, Maslow, self-actualization. So, depression, stress and depression, they go hand in hand. So what depression and stress are about? It's like a pressure cook, yeah? You're cooking a lunch and the steam is boiling and boiling and boiling, and it can come to an outburst. Anxiety and depression, they exist in the same time-space continuum. So anxiety, let's see what wise old man has said about those. If you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. So the depression is being stuck in the past, or feeling of being stuck in the past, perception of being stuck in the past, while anxiety is the fear of future, uncertainty relevant to the future events. So if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. If you are at peace, you're living in the now. So how do you find peace? Sometimes it's hard. Find peace. Find the balance. Why not engage in some holistic healing modalities? Meditation and mindfulness. Yoga, Tai Chi, maybe dance therapy. The best tools that can help you manage stress, depression, and anxiety. And in today's society, especially here in Australia, we are going through a lot of that. And no one can be saved unless you learn how to manage. Okay, so where are we up to? Anxiety, you're stuck. It's an anchor. That the boat is stopped. You stop the boat. Something has happened that has stopped you, and it's the fear. And fear usually is rooted in the past events. So it's worth to look deeper into any fear. But basically, when you focus on the heart is about emotional intelligence. So when you focus on the heart, fear is in the mind, the fear will disappear automatically. And when you learn how to live in the now, and your actions become congruent to your heart and what your soul wants, or your intuition, then the fear disappears by itself. We are just guided. We are guided with our intuition and emotions. They are the language of your soul, and I would never ever suppress them, because that's where my expertise also can be found: emotional intelligence, interpreting emotional language. So, I had anxiety and depression 7 years, switch on, switch off. What I have found my childhood dream and life purpose between those two. Guess what? 12 years later, this is one of my life purposes. I'm delivering leading edge tools in heart visioning, coaching, and emotional intelligence. And I love it. It's my life purpose, and I love it. And that's what I call authentic happiness. So authentic happiness, you want to reach, you want to experience or have authentic happiness. Make sure that you follow your heart, you follow your intuition, you follow your childhood dreams. You meditate upon intention to discover your life purpose. And if you do it on a daily basis, your intuition will pop up. So Carl Jung has said, your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens. Intelligence of the human heart is so powerful that at any time you enter into the sacred chamber, you can connect with your soul and see a bigger vision of your future self. So, not gonna go into that now, I do it in my meditation class, but for the purpose of education and training on emotional intelligence and happiness, and a bit of coaching, this is how it looks like, the mind and the heart. You'll always have the battle between the mind and the heart. And what Indian Sioux legend has said, it said the longest journey that you will ever take in your life is from your head to your heart. So what's the distance? All you need to do, just focus on the heart. Daily practice is a must. So let's be happy. And in life, shit happens, but we need to learn how to process that. Oops. So my form of happiness, the highest form of happiness is isness. It's connection with the nature, not needing to be anything else, just to connect. So that would be all for the now. I'll make sure. And happiness. And do what you love. That's very important for authentic happiness. Helena Lucas, you're genius. Bye.